Help started as a response here at BYU after the devastation of Hurricane Mitch in Central America at the end of 1998. 20,000 dead, 20,000 missing, 1 million homeless, and we were asking ourselves, does a business school have anything to offer in times of human suffering and natural disaster?
I remember when Warner came into class and said, I've got a great idea, let's take a group of students, we can be involved. And I remember thinking, that wasn't for me. It's for someone else. It's for someone who has more time, who has more money. I gotta work. It changed my life in a way that I knew that I wanted others to be able to have this experience. So when we returned, that was really our goal, is how can we create an experience for people to be able to have their lives changed while at the same time being able to serve in such a complex poverty environment.
What started in a classroom at BYU has moved throughout the region and throughout the country. We are now a multi-institutional organization that recruits from all over the country, and it's exciting. We get students with different backgrounds, different abilities, different skills, who all bring a lot to the table.
It wasn't one of those volunteer organizations where they took you to a foreign country and told you exactly what you were going to do every day. Like 6 o'clock, a bus is going to come pick you up and we're going to build an orphanage in the morning.
With Help International, what they do is they kind of formulate the projects when you get there, and they find out who's working, who can do what, and they formulate the projects around the volunteers that they have.
The whole point of seeking out people in order to figure out what it is that they need rather than what it is we want to help them with was really appealing to me.
So I really got to get out of Help what I wanted, and they were able to get what they needed out of me as a volunteer.
Microfinance is a very interesting and unique system of lending and borrowing that has been created for people who are living in poverty. If you don't have access to money through a bank, where do you go? What microfinance does is it allows people who would otherwise have to go to a loan shark or find friends and family, that they can actually go to a financial system.
Once I saw the women receive the loans and what people did with the money and what students were able to do to help organizations grow, I loved it, and so I went on to become a professor and to teach microcredit to undergrads and grad students, and more importantly to help students go on projects and continue to do similar things to what helped it.
Yeah, this summer in Guatemala we had the unique opportunity of working with a special kind of orphanage started by a young man who wanted to combat human trafficking by reuniting children with their families. In working with him, though, we realized that the greatest need he had was funding. So when we got back from Guatemala, we started working with Help International to be able to receive the funding that he needed. And it's been great, and as a result, several children have been reunited with their families.
Our Adobe Stove projects are an example of a volunteer-based initiative. In the stove building, it uses materials that they already have, tin cans for the piping, and adobe that they can build really easily, and it pipes the smoke out so that they don't have to inhale that smoke. In 2005, we helped to build 8 stoves, and then the community made 3 stoves. In 2006, we helped to create 14 stoves, and the community did over 250. By 2007, we helped to create 21 stoves, and there were over 450 stoves that were made that year.
Working on one of our projects in El Salvador, we were doing some legislative reform, and it really brought to mind the need for legal reform within development.
It also changed me forever, as I said, and I have kept doing microcredit, kept being involved with students doing microcredit, students doing volunteer work, students making a difference in other countries.
That then spurred an interest in law school. And so once I went to law school, of course, I had a lingering interest in management skills that related back to my experience leading our team in El Salvador.
I've seen the changes in many volunteers' lives as they have experiences with Help International. But I've particularly seen it up close with my own children. Each of them has changed the way they see the world. They've changed the way they see themselves. It's changed their lives in a very positive way.
And so I opted for a dual degree, both in management and my law degree. And it was a natural progression then into international human rights law or international law. And so when the opportunity to come to Africa with the International Criminal Tribunal of Rwanda came up, I, of course, jumped on it.
How it will affect me in the long run is making me a more proactive person when it comes to seeking out a cause rather than waiting for a cause to come and find me.
The key is that there are good venues, there are good outlets for those desires that you have to help out. So we encourage anyone to give us a call, go to our website, check out what we have to offer.
We've learned that each of us can make a difference. We may not be able to do everything, we can each do something. And we have come to fully understand what Gandhi meant when he said, "You must be the change you wish to see in the world." We're trying to live integrated lives, not isolated lives. We're trying to bring our whole selves together, our college expertise, our theories, our knowledge, our family lives, our spiritual lives, our community lives, and make a difference in the world around us.